After going through this module, you shall be able to analyze the role of state governments in the area of export promotion, describe the various policy initiatives, incentives and agencies of state to promote exports, evaluate the impact of these measures on export promotion. Although the central government has the primary responsibility of determining the policies with regard to exports, yet the state governments have to play an equally important role in promoting exports. Given their role in improving India's export performance, states are being involved in devising export promotion strategies. Role of states and UTs is vital from the point of view of enhancing production of exportable surplus, achieving available and emerging opportunities in the world market. In view of this, the involvement and contribution of the states and UTs will be important in facilitating infrastructure facilities in the form of power, water, roads connectivity, pollution control measures, along with a favorable regulatory environment for production of goods and services. Thus, a coordinated approach leading to a very healthy cooperation between central and state governments for development of infrastructure, particularly the promotion of exports, is required. The objective is to involve the states in the export promotion efforts. Now let us discuss about the role of state government in export promotion. Export promotion continues to be a major thrust area for the government. The degree of competition is growing in international business and the states are required to assist exporters in increasing production of exportable surplus with the help of adequate infrastructure facilities in a favorable environment and simplifying or removing the procedural constraints. Various states have their export promotion strategies. The participation of state governments in countries' export promotion efforts is of recent origin. It started primarily with the activity of state exports potential surveys initiated by the Indian Institutes of Foreign Trade, the first one being of Andhra Pradesh in 1967. Since then, all the state surveys have been completed and based on the action-oriented plans evolved by the institute, some of the states have created machinery in form of directorates of export promotion and the state export corporations. Exports and export promotion being a central subject, the role of state governments in trade promotion efforts, however, remains of marginal character. As a result, the infrastructure created by state governments has yet to make a dent in the country's overall export performance. Though export potentialities of the state have been identified both in the short and the long run, along with strategies to capitalize on the overseas market opportunities. The common objectives of export policy of states are to increase the exports from the state, expand, diversify and strengthen the export base, and increase the competitiveness of exporters. To achieve these objectives, following measures are being implemented by the states. Number 1, incentives to exports, particularly to a new entrant for increasing productivity by improving technological upgradation, giving a special treatment for recognized thrust sectors by creating and expanding physical and social infrastructure in an integrated manner, strengthening of administrative and institutional support system by removing structural and institutional bottlenecks and irritants which are sector specific. Then development of support services in exploring and penetrating in new foreign markets, giving priority to export of non-traditional items and strengthening market intelligence and supply system, with greater involvement of private sector in export promotion activities and developing human resource base to meet the challenges of export sector. For accelerating the pace of exports from the states, the common measures relevant for all of them relate to the following. Number 1, efforts to improve the overall export environment of states impacting all export oriented units. Number 2, measures for boosting and strengthening of specific products. And number 3, the exports are encouraged to participate in international trade fairs by means of suitable incentives. SMEs are given additional incentives. State governments along with the units participate in such fairs or exhibitions. The thrust sectors have been identified keeping in view the potential available in different states. The point is that the role of the state government is critical from the point of view of boosting production of exportable surplus, providing the infrastructural facilities such as land, power, water, roads, connectivity, pollution control measures and a conducive regulatory environment for production of goods and services. It is therefore felt that coordinated efforts by central government in cooperation with the state governments are necessary for development of infrastructure for exports promotion. Though the state, small industries and export corporations in various states among their other functions are supposed to mobilize the export potential of small sector which contributes significantly to national export effort, the export promotion activity at the state level remains a marginal one. Available information indicates that barring few instances, exports of large number of corporations have either remained at extremely low key or negligible, their expenditure on institutional apparatus running far ahead of their export earnings. In general, central government assists the state governments for creating appropriate infrastructure for the development and growth of exports. The union government has in the recent past initiated a number of measures to promote exports. An important step for strengthening export activities of state government is assistance to states for infrastructure development and allied activities. That is ASIDE or ASIDE scheme launched in March 2002. The objective was to establish a mechanism for involving the state governments to participate in funding of infrastructure critical for growth of exports by providing export performance linked financial assistance to them. Prior to the launch of ASIDE scheme, 4 infrastructure development schemes were launched. The new scheme of ASIDE subsumed the ongoing central scheme in the order to develop export related infrastructure. Assistance under ASIDE can be utilized by the state for development of infrastructure related to promotion of exports. Allocation to the states under ASIDE is linked to export performance of the state. The state level export promotion committee has been empowered to sanction schemes under ASIDE. It is therefore necessary that the state fully utilize the opportunities that are thrown open by the initiatives of the Government of India and formulates a comprehensive policy and appropriate strategies for promoting exports from the state. Apart from ASIDE, the various other schemes of central government involving state government are the Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, was established in December 1985. APEDA is mandated with the responsibility of export promotion and development of agri products. Export Promotion Industrial Park, that is EPIP, Export Processing Zones, that is EPZs, Critical Infrastructure Balancing, that is CIP, Export Development Fund, that is EDF for the Northeast and Sikkim, scheme from 2nd to 5 have been merged with ASIDE. Market Access Initiative, that is MAI, under this scheme financial assistance is provided for export promotion activities on focus country, focus product basis. Then there is Market Development Assistance, that is MDA. Financial assistance is provided for range of export promotion activities implemented by EPC and trade promotion organizations on basis of approved annual action plans. Meeting legal expenses for trade related matters. Department of Commerce may reimburse expenses or charges for fulfilling statutory liquidity requirements in the buyer country, litigations in the foreign country, and the towns of export excellence Certain facilities are provided to selected towns producing goods of rupees 750 crore or more based on potential for growth in exports. However, for TEE in handloom, handicraft, agriculture and fishery sectors, threshold limit would be rupees 150 crore. Now coming to the policy initiatives, incentives and agencies of the state to promote exports. The implementation of the export strategy is being ensured by the export promotion boards through state governments, agencies or departments like labor, agriculture, horticulture, pollution control boards, etc. In this context, it would be relevant to be aware of the export promotion activities being carried out by various states. The following description has been made very precise and the basis of which is the websites of various states. Gujarat, high on exports with an impressive performance. Gujarat's export share in India is highest, contributing to an average over 14% share in India. Gems and jewelry deems for a rise to 25% and over. The government is encouraging SEZ considered as growth engines that can boost manufacturing, augment exports and generate employment. These include multi-product SEZs and sector-specific SEZs covering textiles, pharma, engineering, chemicals, ceramics, gems and jewelry and ITES sectors. The Gujarat government has introduced in 2002 Special Economic Zones policy of the state. Under the policy, concessions and incentives have been introduced for establishment of SEZs in the state. Kandla and Surat SEZs are already functional. They are in the process of carrying out expansion and improvement in infrastructure facilities. The central government has provided grant under Critical Infrastructure Fund to Kandla as well as Surat SEZ. Rajasthan. The state of Rajasthan has been exporting a wide variety of products which include agro and food products, handicrafts, carpets, ready-made garments, textiles, engineering products, chemicals, electronics, dimensional stones, gems and jewelry, etc. Exports have increased substantially in the last few years. In recent years, the state has started exporting non-traditional items too in the form of agro and food products. A good potential exists for boosting exports to a higher level from the state. The state has a wide-ranging institutional and infrastructure setup for export promotion. Maharashtra. The total functional export-oriented units in Maharashtra are about 440, which fall under the jurisdictional control of Development Commissioner Santa Cruz Electronics Export Processing Zones, that is SEEPs, in Mumbai. There are about 59 functional SEZs in the state in different product categories with information technology, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, etc. Director of Industries facilitates to export drives, efforts and also motivates entrepreneurs to participate in international exhibitions. Schemes for export promotion are participation in industrial exhibition and trade fair, export award scheme for best exporters in the state, 50% ground rent subsidy to small scale industries for participation in international trade fairs or exhibitions. Tamil Nadu. Export promotion is vital area and has received the attention of the government. The committee constituted under the chairmanship of the Chief Secretary meets periodically to assess the performance of the different sectors of the industries oriented towards exports in order to identify the bottlenecks and find solutions to relieve such impediments. Drawing up of a shelf of infrastructure programs to smoothen the flow of exports will be an important area of attention of the committee. Further, an NRI cell has been created in the Industrial Guidance Bureau to give special attention to the prospects of attracting Tamil NRI investment into the industry in Tamil Nadu. To promote agri-horticultural product exports from state, 5 agri-export zones for specific committees have been established for flowers, cut flowers, mangoes, cashew and banana. Punjab. Punjab is building partnership with foreign firms, strengthening domestic capabilities and foreign strategic linkages. Punjab Small Industries and Export Promotion Limited, that is PSIEC, is a nodal agency of Punjab government for promotion of exports and nominated agency for implementation of central government scheme known as Assistance to State for Development of Export Infrastructure and Allied Activities, that is ASIDE. A state level export promotion committee has been constituted. PSIEC organizes Punjab Pavilion in the India International Trade Fair at Pragati Maidan, New Delhi every year. West Bengal. The State Export Promotion Board was formed in the year of 1996 to encourage and assist potential exporters in small scale sector for promoting export from the state. In 1999, the West Bengal government has converted the SEPB into West Bengal State Export Promotion Society or WBSEPS, which registered under West Bengal Societies Registration Act 1961. The West Bengal State Export Promotion Society, working in close collaboration with export promotion councils and trade promotion organizations, establishes contacts with the buyers abroad and help in resolving overseas complaints and trade disputes. The society thus is opening up export avenues for the small sector by building a bridge between Indian exporters and the overseas buyers. The society identifies the units having export potential and inspires them to attain international standards, that is, quality to compete in the international market. The society provides direct marketing support to the micro, small enterprises, handloom and handicraft sector by organizing or participating different state, national and international level fairs or expos. Andhra Pradesh. In line with the initiative of Government of India, 110 SEZs have been approved in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and of which 73 SEZs are notified across the sectors, which is the highest in the country. About 20 SEZs are fully operational in the state. Other export initiatives of the state are organizing national and international exhibitions, organizing buyers and sellers meet in India and abroad, creation of infrastructure for export-oriented units for optimum utilization of ASIDE funds, support export-oriented units to participate in national and international trade fairs, and establishment of a cell to familiarize and create awareness about WTO rules and regulations. Jammu and Kashmir. The share of J&K in the overall exports of country is very low, limited mostly to handicrafts and dry fruit processed by the SSI sector. The state has a vast potential for exports, both in traditional and non-traditional items. With a view to promote exports of the state, 2 special economic zones have been finalized. Various projects are under implementation in the state to strengthen export infrastructure. The state holds a very good export potential, particularly in some items like handicrafts and carpets, sports goods, electronic and software, agro products, leather goods, etc. Jharkhand. To boost export of various commodities from the state are flowers, metals, tussar, handicrafts, automobiles, computers, etc. With a view to increase exports, the government has constituted a state-level export promotion council. The council would direct, promote and ensure monitoring of the export-related activities in the state. The mission of Jharkhand export promotion policy is to facilitate the rapid and sustained growth of exports from Jharkhand and to increase its share in all India exports to 2% by 2019. This is envisaged to be achieved by providing an effective, proactive and supportive institutional mechanism, evolving and implementing export promotional strategies, and building supportive infrastructure facilities. In order to set in motion strategies and policy measures which will catalyze the growth of exports from Jharkhand, the government would follow a mix of policy measures including fiscal incentives, proactive institutional mechanism, assisting capacity building, encouraging marketing diversification and improvement in infrastructure related to exports. Now coming to northeastern region. With a view to promote exports from the region, a Northeast cell has been set up in the Department of Commerce, Government of India. An Export Development Fund, that is EDF, has been set up with the objective of promoting exports from the region, especially with the neighboring countries like Bangladesh, Bhutan and Myanmar. Activities which have a linkage with exports from the region are eligible for assistance from the fund development of export infrastructure in the 4 border towns, namely Moreh, Sutrakandi, Daki and Jaktawar have been given priority. The development of infrastructure at the trade mart at Sheranthang has been undertaken by the government of Sikkim with financial assistance from the Department of Commerce after resumption of border trade with China through Nathula. With a view to boosting the export of fresh and processed horticulture products from the northeastern region, the Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority has provided the Inland Transport Assistance Scheme to bring down the heavy expenditure on transportation involved in transport of goods. The State Trading Corporation, that is STC, has set up a branch office at Kolkata which is engaged in international and domestic trading from West Bengal and other northeastern states of the country. Uttar Pradesh. The Export Promotion Bureau was established in 1999 for promoting exports from the state of UP. The bureau is headed by Export Commissioner, who is also Principal Secretary, Small Scale Industries and Export Promotion for the state of UP. The objective of the EPB is to take effective steps for export promotion in coordination with all the government departments for the exporters. It interacts with exporters on the one hand and export promotion councils, agencies, export associations, state and central government bodies on the other hand. The bureau assists exporters in export procedure and coordinates for various facilities and assistance offered by the state and central agencies. It also ensures follow-up of export policy matters and miscellaneous problems of exporters. Besides technical and design inputs, participation of overseas fair, exhibitions, buyer-seller meet, project study on exports are also initiated. Madhya Pradesh. The Madhya Pradesh Trade and Investment Facilitation Corporation Limited acts as a nodal agency for speedy clearance and permission relating to proposals of export promotion, investment proposals of the NRIs, foreign direct capital investment. The important items of export from the state include agricultural products, electronics, cement and clinker, ore and minerals, principal commodities, rubber and leather products, textiles and miscellaneous items. Odisha. The Directorate has been declared as a nodal agency for providing marketing support to registered and rate contact holding industrial units and rendering technical assistance for promoting exports. Export promotion is taken up through the following activities, that is creating better infrastructure like an export promotion industry park EPIP for boosting exports, providing overseas marketing information and overseas trade inquiries to potential exporters, liaising with central government, state government departments and export promotion agencies to sort out difficulties encountered by exporters of the state. Presenting export awards annually to the best exporters with a view to generate competitiveness among exporters of the state. Conducting workshops and seminars in collaboration with recognized national level institutions like Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, Director General of Foreign Trade, Export Credit Guarantee Corporation and Export Promotion Councils. Assisting potential exporters in providing the know-how to enter export market, redressing the grievances of the exports by taking up problems with EPC, Commodity Board and other Government of India offices. Bihar. In an attempt to mark its presence in the direct export market, the government has started to create a database of businessmen whose products are supplied across the country and exported abroad. Products especially related to food processing are exported to countries like Bangladesh, UAE, Nepal and Canada. The state lacks direct exporting infrastructure, so the products manufactured here are sold to merchant exporters based in cities like Mumbai. The database on Bihar-based exporters would help the government know about products being exported, the quantities and the people involved. This overview of exports from different states highlight the fact the export strategy should be a sectorally focused and cluster-based approach. This is expected to help the thrust sectors become nationally and in due course globally competitive and facilitate growth of exports from the states. Realizing the importance of exports, a comprehensive export potential survey of various states is being carried out by professional agencies, and it is expected that a new action plan for export promotion should be implemented as per the findings of the survey. Now let us discuss the impact of these measures on export promotion. The export performance and growth of exports from the state UT may be assessed on basis of information available from the Office of Directorate General of Commercial Intelligence and Statistics. The Office of DGCIS compiles the state-wise data of exports from the shipping bills submitted by the exporter. The shipping bill form provides a column in which the exporter will enter the name of the state or UT from where the export goods have originated. Filling up of this column is mandatory with effect from 15th June 2001. Each state UT government would periodically interact with exporters to guide and motivate them to make proper entries in the shipping bills so that state of origin of the exported goods is entered correctly. Each state UT appoints export commissioner. He draws up 5-year and annual export plans based on the basket available for the state or UT in consultation with trade and industry, the export promotion councils and Department of Commerce. He is the single point interface with the exporters from the state or UT. Ineffectiveness of schemes of states. Despite various agencies and schemes involved at the state level to boost export, there has been no visible progress in this regard. The poor performance and shortcomings of the state governments may be attributed mainly to weak infrastructure, marginal role in export development, lack of thrust on export promotion, ad hoc approach, sporadic efforts to develop export markets, lack of professionalism and commercial acumen of the personnel charged with the responsibility of developing or promoting exports, lack of concerted and systematic efforts in the areas of procurement, product development and market exploration, and too frequent changes at the level of managing directors of these corporations who come mainly from civil service instead of from among the professionally qualified persons with commercial ability and background. These are inherent weaknesses of state sector organizations which cause indifferent performance of the state export corporation. In order to impact dynamism in these corporations, it is necessary that these are professionally manned and run strictly on commercial lines. These factors notwithstanding, a few states have done well in the area of export promotion. Maharashtra and Gujarat remain the top 2 states in volume of exports. Though Bihar is not known for major exporter, but in recent year its export performance is led by export of cereals, mineral fuels, edible vegetables and pharmaceutical products. According to the latest state-wise export data for the last 6 years available with the Commerce Ministry, exports from Bihar rose from a modest rupees 351.34 crores in 2009-10 to rupees 6,310.93 crore in 2014-15, moving from 24th position among states in 2009-10 to 17th position in 2014-15. Further, apart from Bihar, Uttar Pradesh has also witnessed growth in its exports of edible meat, apparel, footwear, pearls and precious stones, copper, road vehicles and parts, and cereals among other items. Dadar and Uttaranchal also witnessed growth in their exports during the same 6-year period. Dadar's high growth in exports of organic chemical, pharmaceutical products, man-made filaments, other made-up textiles, aluminium articles and medical equipment is noteworthy, while gums, resins, preparations of vegetables, fruits, organic chemical and plastics with regard to Uttaranchal. West Bengal is already a premier foreign exchange earning state in India through exports of various agricultural commodities, minerals, manufactured goods and software. Availability of infrastructure, skilled labor and raw material for manufacture of exportable commodities has created a permanent base for exports from West Bengal. States have also benefited particularly in the service exports like information technology sector by creating positive environment in their states. In this regard, states like Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, etc. are reaping commensurate benefits by following favorable business policy. The important policy scheme has been the creation of Software Technology Parks of India in 1991 as an autonomous society under the Department of Electronics and Information Technology. The services rendered by STPI for the software exporting community have been statutory services, data communication servers, incubation facilities, training and value-added services. STPI has played a key development role in the promotion of software exports with a special focus on SMEs and startup units. The STP scheme, which is a 100% export-oriented scheme, has been successful in fostering the growth of the software industry. The exports made by STP units have grown over the years. Measures to involve states at policy formulation level by the center. In an effort to boost the performance of countries' exports, the center has decided to rope in the states by facilitating them to make exporting activity as a priority area. There is an urgent need to have proper policy coordination between the center and the states to expedite infrastructure development process and to formulate a trade policy in order to boost exports. In consultation with the center, there has been increasing awareness to have better maintenance of export database along with steps taken by the state governments to enhance industrial activities in the state which will lead to their better export performance. Earlier, some of the states were not able to prepare their data correctly. Now states are very conscious and so there has been improvement in the export numbers and enhanced coordination between the center and the states. Recently, in July 2015, concerned over continuous decline in exports, the government has constituted a Council for Trade Development and Promotion comprising members of the center and state to promote India's overseas shipments. The Council will provide a platform to state governments and UTs for articulating their perspective on trade policy to help them develop and pursue export strategies in line with national foreign trade policy. Besides, it will help the center apprise states and UTs about international developments affecting India's trade potential and opportunities and prepare them to deal with evolving situation. The center and state governments would also deliberate in the council of the relevant infrastructure to promote trade and identify impediments and infrastructure gaps that are adversely affecting India's exports. The council will be recommendatory in nature and will meet at least once every year. The whole idea behind the council is to increase involvement of states and UTs to promote exports. The Commerce Ministry has also asked them to appoint commissioners and prepare export strategies. As many as 21 states have appointed export commissioners, while 14 states including Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat have framed strategies for outward shipments. The officials of Union Ministry of Commerce are in constant consultation with the state governments to understand their local problems and hindrances that come in their way while exporting their produce. Such meetings with the state governments would pave the way for the committee to achieve three key goals such as infrastructure development, easing regulatory environment, and addressing concerns related to local taxes and their refund. The centre would also push those states that do not have a stipulated export policy to devise their own state trade policy of sorts under the broad framework of foreign trade policy of 2015 to 2020. In this context, each state government is supposed to work out a roadmap of their export strategy. Involving the states into country's export strategy is the need of the hour, as hardly any state barring a few is serious about exports. Very few have their own export policy. States' involvement will help in boosting exports, and they have to be sensitized of the fact that exports would be one of the priority areas. Now let us summarize what we have learned from this module. Exports have come to be regarded as the engine of economic growth. Increasing integration of the economy with the global economy has given rise to new opportunities and challenges in field of international trade. Although the Union government has the primary responsibility of determining the policies with regard to exports, yet the state governments have to play an equally important role in promoting exports. It is increasingly being felt that states have to play an equally important role in this endeavor. The role of state government assumes significance in the context of the importance of the central government attaches to export promotion. Accordingly, institutional infrastructure has been created in almost all states to involve them in country's export effort and to mobilize their resources for stepping up exchange earnings. This infrastructure is in the form of export promotion wings in the state directorates of industries or state export corporations or state small industries and export promotion. This component of the foreign trade management organizations is relatively of recent origin and remains somewhat weak. The deficiencies of this component lie in the lack of personnel with adequate competence and commercial outlook to organize export promotion activities, absence of linkages with national level trading corporation, and lack of systematic and sustained efforts to develop export products and markets. Almost all states have taken measures to incentivize exports from the states. Some states are globally competitive and innovative. Given the inherent strengths of the states, their strong positioning on a national and international platform, and by their constant emphasis on promoting excellence, they come forward in the direction of promotion of exports. The various schemes of the central government aimed at development of infrastructure for exports. The central government provides funds to states from its schemes to be used for creating infrastructure critical for growth of exports. With a view to organize international trade fairs for providing marketing facilities to entrepreneurs, exporters of the state, India Trade Promotion Organization sets up trade fair every year in New Delhi where all the states participate. Important agencies and allocation of funds for export development are largely implemented through following special economic zones, dry ports, new export promotion industrial parks, export promotion councils, boards, development authorities for the purpose of promotion of exports of different products. Marketing Development Assistance Scheme through the Department of Commerce for development and promotional activities to promote exports of products and commodities from India. Alliance to States for Infrastructure Development and Allied Activities Program.